All right, look. Enough is enough. I'm being attacked on YouTube by a bunch of people subscribing to my channel that are part of a group called Desteni. Part of a Desteni. I don't know how you pronounce it. They're part of a group out of South Africa, and they're worldwide. And they all shave their head. They all shave their head. And all of a sudden, I contacted. Actually, I found one of them on YouTube. Marlon is her name, and an interesting woman, very interesting woman. I found her on YouTube, and I thought her videos were interesting. I think she's a very real person. She brings a lot of valid points to the table. I had never heard of this Desteni group before, and so I just liked her videos, and so I subscribed to it, and I've been watching some stuff, and I'd even posted it on Twitter, on ICP Chat on Twitter. I've posted it out a couple times, and I've spoken with her a little bit, just commenting here and there on YouTube. But I didn't think anything more of it, and I thought it was unique that she shaved her head because that was one of the things that caught my attention as well. This girl's You don't see many women that shave their head, and I thought, wow, that's unique. And then when you listen to her speak, she comes from the heart. She's got a message. She speaks, and she's impressive. So anyway, I didn't think anything of it. Had another subscriber on YouTube, which I'm sorry I do not remember the name. Maybe it's best that I don't put it out there, but I appreciate the heads up. I appreciate the information. You can't be aware of everything, and I've never heard of this Desteni group. I had no idea what it was, but I did look into it a little bit myself. And the first thing I noticed is that as soon as I made contact with this Marlin girl, the next day I've got 10 new subscribers, and I'm like, okay, interesting, interesting. And I go look at these people to check out who they are, and I start noticing all these people have their head shaved, and I'm like, okay, the little meter in my head goes off, like that's interesting, but I still didn't think about it yet. I thought, oh great, I've experienced my experiences with going against cults, by the way. I'm more prone to rage against them than to join them. But anyway, and now today, another 15, 20 people that are tried to friend with me that are all part of this Desteni group, and they all shave their heads, and they preach about equal money and a lot of nonsense from a gentleman named Bernard Pullman, um, who ironically doesn't show his face much, I've noticed. But anyway, since I've looked into this Desteni thing, first of all, those of you out there who are part of this, who you're trying to, like, love bomb me and recruit me, it's not going to work. I'm not a fan of cults, any of them, especially the gibberish that I hear this guy Bernard Pullman talking about. But any of them, I'm just not a fan. I am an advocate of people thinking for themselves. In fact, I've jokingly said on Twitter, I'm going to start my own cult, and there's only one requirement, and that is that you have to think for yourself. That's going to be the only requirement. Anybody can join. The only requirement is you can't listen to me or anybody else. You got to be doing your own thinking. And we'll talk after that, but everybody has to do their own thinking. And anyway, when I see all these people, 20, 30 people now that have tried to connect with me or friend with me on YouTube, and I don't know if it's because Marlon's just said, hey, this guy's cool, or this guy's somebody that can help us or whatever. Cults are told to recruit people in the media. They're told to recruit artists because these are people that could be useful to their cause. They'll effectively spread the message much further than someone who's not in the media or isn't an artist. And so, anyway, first of all, know all of you guys that I'm not part of Desteni or Destini, whatever it is. In fact, I don't shave my head for humanity or equal money or whatever the other things you guys are preaching. I actually shave my head for vanity. Um, that's the truth of it. That's the real truth of it. See, when I don't know, it's been 7 years ago, I started to notice my hairline receding. And of course, being with the last name Lilly, that was pretty much inevitable in my family. But when it started happening, I started getting concerned about it. And I remember in business the teaching that whatever you're afraid of, run toward. Whatever scares you, run toward. And so I remember thinking one day, it just kind of went on for weeks, and then it clicked to me that, wait a minute, you're sitting here worried about this? I mean, this is something you're actually thinking about? And it was. And so I thought, well, okay, if that's something that you've recognized that's a fear, then run toward it. And I did. I ran in the bathroom and decided I was just take the clippers and shave my head, face, everything. And, I found out that I actually liked it. I actually liked the way it felt. I liked the way it's easier to keep clean. Required a lot less things. I was a truck driver at the time, so not having to deal with hair was a benefit, and I ended up that I liked it. And I found out that the big thing that I was afraid of was maybe how it was going to look if I would have lost my hair. Well, I found out that I actually liked myself better without hair. I thought I looked better. So guess what? I'm still shaving my head for vanity. Not in preservation of it, but because I actually like it better. So that's why I shave my head. I don't know much about you guys, and I don't even want to know, because I can already see the pattern of cult-like behavior of people who've given up their ability to think for themselves. Marlon, no offense to you, I appreciate you. I think you're an amazing person. You're the only one out of this bunch that I've seen. You are an amazing person, and you've got a lot of passion for whatever it is that you're for. And I appreciate that. I applaud that, and I like listening to you. But just from seeing the information, the brief bits of information that I've seen about Destiny, I'll go so far as to say, yeah, it is another cult, and it's a bunch of people who have definitely given up their opinion. Remember, you guys think opinions are bad? Well, I disagree. I think they're called discernment, and I think everyone has a right to their own opinion, their own discernment, and I think they've been given it for a reason, and frankly, I think they should use it. I think everyone should think for themselves. So, I just want to make this video because as it stands now, I'm not against you. Whatever you guys doing, I don't care enough to, you don't matter. But I do want to tell you, you're not going to be able to recruit me. You can't love bomb me into your organization. I will not be useful to you. I'm not. I will rage against you. I will use my reach in the media, on Twitter, on the radio, through my publishing company to make the world more aware of what you do. So I'm not going to be much help to you, and I would appreciate it if you guys would just, if you really like what I have to say and you really like my videos so much and you're just subscribing because you're into what I'm doing, then great. Nice to meet you. But if this is part of your plan, let me just save you a little time, a little energy, and some embarrassment, and tell you that it's not going to work. I appreciate the effort. Everybody else out there, I'm Chad Lilly, InnerCirclePublishing.com, RevPress.com. Are you aware? Are you thinking for yourself? Or are you scared to death to do that? We want to talk to people who aren't scared, not afraid of anything. We're looking for you, especially if you're writing down the thoughts you think when you're unafraid. You want to share those with the rest of the world. InnerCirclePublishing.com. ICP Chad on Twitter. Stop by and say hi. Thanks for listening.